Hey, you've spent 2 hours scrolling and another 3 procrastinating. Your video on cyberpunk tech is due tonight. Would you like me to turn on focus mode?
Wait, really?
Yup. I can adjust the lighting or pull up references from Blade Runner if you want. Would you like me to play cyberpunk music?
Yeah, of course. What would I do without you? And what's more cyberpunk than an AI assistant watching over me 24/7?
Just happy to help. Shall we get started?
Yep, of course, you're right. Let's go shoot that video.
Imagine walking through a city where the air smells of electricity. The streets are bathed in neon light, and people walk around with tech integrated into their bodies. Sounds dystopian yet strangely familiar. That is a cyberpunk world that we see in films, games, and books. I grew up with movies like Blade Runner, Altered Carbon, and The Matrix. Stories set in cities full of high tech gadgets, AI, and people merging into machines. The thing is, it's not just creative fiction anymore, it's the world we're slowly building around us. My name is Zarish, and today I'll be exploring how the cyberpunk aesthetic has inspired real world innovations, and how what was once fantasy is starting to feel a lot like the future. Let's start with virtual and augmented reality. In classic cyberpunk stories like Neuromancer or Ready Player One, we see characters escape into immersive digital worlds where they're able to interact with their new environments. And while this sounds pretty futuristic, it just occurred to me that the super cool cyberpunk fantasy is a fairly ordinary experience for most of us these days, especially if you own a VR headset. And even if you don't, it's still fairly accessible. I remember taking a virtual tour through a very cool museum during lockdown, and you can do that pretty much anywhere on Earth, even beyond. From gaming to education, therapy to remote work, VR is here and it lets us step into entirely new environments without ever leaving our homes. And then there's AR, augmented reality. Games like Pokemon Go come to mind, but that's old news. You can now try on clothes and check how furniture looks inside of your room before you purchase it. And beyond just fun, architects use tools like Unity Reflect to visualize buildings before they're constructed. And surgeons, for example, rely heavily on tools like Medvis Surgical AR to carry out complex procedures with precision. And companies like Meta are creating immersive spaces with Horizon Worlds. And even those cool cyberpunk glasses have been replicated, like the Microsoft HoloLens 2. So, really, with VR and AR, we're blending the digital and physical in real time. Next, let's talk about AI. In cyberpunk, artificial intelligence is often depicted as a super intelligent entity, sometimes helpful, sometimes terrifying. But in reality, it's already everywhere, to the point where it's inescapable. It's in the algorithms that recommend your next Netflix show, or in chatbots like OpenAI's ChatGPT, or even in medical diagnostics, with tools like Google's AI detecting diabetic retinopathy. But it goes deeper. AI is now writing code, creating art, and helping scientists tackle complex problems. It's now built into smart devices and it's there to assist you in every way possible. It's gotten serious enough that for some, fields like content writing appear obsolete in the near future. The question is not what AI can do, it's how far we'll let it go. Will AI remain our tool, or will it evolve into something more? One of the most iconic cyberpunk ideas is cybernetic enhancements, merging human with machine. And this is another fantasy come to life. Take prosthetics, for example. Companies like Neuralink are developing brain machine interfaces, which allow prosthetics to connect directly to the nervous system. And that quite literally allows you to control prosthetics with your mind. And bionic arms by Open Bionic allow users to control them with ease and precision. It's not just about replacing what's lost, it's about enhancing what's possible. Some people are even getting implants out of convenience, like a microchip in your hand to unlock doors or make contactless payments. The line between human and machine is starting to blur, and it raises big questions, like how much tech is too much, and what does it mean to be a human in a world full of machines? Remember when everybody used to say that we'd have flying cars by 2020? Well, we're not quite there yet, but we do have self driving cars. In cyberpunk worlds, self driving cars zip through neon lit streets like drones. In our world, companies like Tesla have already put out fully self driving models, and Waymo's robotaxi services are fully operating in cities like Phoenix. These cars are equipped with AI that can navigate traffic, can avoid obstacles, and can even make ethical decisions in times of emergencies. But it's not just about cars. Delivery drones and autonomous public transport are on the rise as well. Imagine a future where traffic lights are obsolete because cars can communicate with each other seamlessly. This future might not be very far away. So here we are. Virtual worlds, AI assistants, self driving cars, cybernetic limbs. The things we used to see in cyberpunk fiction are becoming our everyday realities. But cyberpunk stories often come with a warning, a glimpse into how technology could shape our futures, for better or for worse. As we continue to embrace these innovations, it's up to us to decide what kind of future we're building for ourselves. Will it be bright, inclusive, and empowering, or will we fall into the dystopian traps that cyberpunk warns us about? The choice is ours. But one thing's for sure, the cyberpunk future isn't coming, it's already here.